This AFC West Division Preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SGPN.
Hey, this is Pacman Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride. Yes, sir.
One of those guys who will get penetrated.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stuck in the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Hello, Sean. I'm wearing my Chargers shirt.
Oh, bolt up, baby.
Shout out to Justin Decker. And I brought some trivia.
Okay.
Some AFC West trivia.
Oh, all right.
Are you interested?
Sure.
Well, at the top of the show, we just heard who? Mr. Pacman Jones, who, of course, one time, maybe reoccurring guest on the pod. I know he's still in the podcast game. What team in the AFC West did he close his career with?
Currently AFC West.
That's why I played him at the top of the AFC West preview.
Well, I just wanted to make. Is the team still in the AFC West?
Yeah, he's not that old.
Yeah, I was going to.
He's not that. It's not the Seahawks.
You
got a 25% chance here.
He was kicking around with the Bengals for a while. I know he's on the Cowboys at some point. I mean, how is he not on the Raiders? I'll go Raiders.
Denver Broncos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, Raiders. There's probably a couple of. There was a strip club incident, Ryan. Yeah. So maybe he's not welcome in the state of Nevada. Although I don't think they were in. They weren't the Las Vegas Raiders during Pacman's time. From what I recall.
Do you remember when Pacman Jones was selected in the draft?
Ooh, I'll say 5th overall.
Yeah, he was 6th overall.
I remember him being a pretty high pick.
Pretty high.
I mean, he was an awesome athlete.
Baller. Shout out West Virginia.
And
Moneyline Mac.
Fortunately for him, some of the off the field stuff probably hurt his career, but
yeah, I'd say so.
I would certainly. I mean, how much time did he miss?
He still played a long ass time in the NFL. I mean, his last year was 2018. He was drafted in 2005.
Okay. So, yeah, like he just was always a guy that was around.
Drafted by the Titans, played a year for the Cowboys, and then everyone remembers the 8-year stint with the Bengals.
Yeah, so 2007 did not play, violated league personal conduct policy. They suspended him for an entire year.
I mean, think about that.
2008 he played for the Cowboys. 2009 he was out of the NFL and then came back with the Bengals. Oh, I forgot he was drafted by the Titans.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, and now I kind of remember one of his early returns and Berman going, he could eat all the dots. It was a great Berman loved the Pacman Jones nickname, all timer.
He also he signed with the CFL Winnipeg Blue Bombers, but I don't know if he ever played.
Brian, we got a great question in the chat, youtube.com/sports gambling podcast. How long do we have to submit the phrase that pays? Great question. We just got the form up now. If you go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase, that is where you submit it. Your name, email, or whatever. Get your name in there. That's really all that matters. Submit the phrase that pays. If it's correct, we will add you to our spinning wheel and we will draw the winner on the NFL Picks Week 1 podcast, which is live September 3rd, 8:30 Pacific.
Yes. So the deadline to submit will be up until that episode.
Yeah. As long as it's, I mean, basically Kramer's going to load it into the wheel right before. So
yeah. How are we? Is that what we're doing? A wheel?
Yeah. That's what he did last time.
I like that.
Wheel definitely works for me. Yeah. We got about 200 last time. Maybe we'll juice it up if we can beat. I'll say if we beat 250, we'll add a little to the $1,000 future. Get a little motivation. Get your buddies in. Come on, it's the phrase that
what's
pays.
The bonus? Is it a bonus future that me and you get to choose for them? We kick it in the kitty.
Oh, that's fun. And I was thinking maybe we do that, Ryan. If you plan on coming out to contest weekend, which is coming up here on Thursday, we just got back from Vegas for Bet Bash. We're going back out for contest weekend. I was thinking we go up to the circle window, get cash, and get a bunch of $10, $20 long shot futures that when we meet listeners come up to us and we'll have some futures on us to dole out. I stole this idea from Derek, who when he went up to Boise State, he was giving out all these Gene T Heisman futures, and I want a similar ride with the listeners. I think for simplicity to ride, we pick one future that we give out.
I was going to say, or we could have a couple, and based on the conversation, we can decide what future you get. Too complicated.
I'd say we keep it simple, because then everyone who is meeting us at Ultimate Contest Weekend gets the same future, and we all collectively get to sweat this out. And if it hits, it'll be legendary. I think the rule is it has to be at least 50-1.
At least 50-1. Okay. Abdul Carter, defensive player of the year, is 70-1.
Come on,
I moved the number down to 70-1.
Oh man. Of course, we'll get into all our preseason reactions, the week 2 picks, but Abdul Carter went viral for getting his ass kicked on a play.
One chip block. I mean, watch the rest of the tape. Baldy was disgusted by the internet. Baldy was disgusted by the internet.
I shared the clip laughing because it was funny to welcome to the NFL rookie moment. And then Ryan,
my response,
Ryan responds to all these and he just copied and pasted. Giants got the best player in the draft at number 3. Don't be Jay. And I opened up my Twitter and it was just all the same response. I screenshotted it and told Elon Musk he had a bot on his hands. Crane bot.
And Matt, we should. I did say that there would be a way to fax it in. So, Matt Farrell. I wonder if he's related to Scotty Farrell.
Oh, nice.
Matty Farrell. I will. I'll work that out. I do not have the number ready, but if you want to fill out the form and get that going, and then we can do a duplicate for content purposes. Fax.
Yeah, and our mailing address is there.
The mailing address is on the form, so I'll add the fax number on the form once I have it.
If you want to send that in, and getting a bunch of great feedback on the previews,
Sean. Yes. I did see the price for the Cowboys to have the most losses. Cowboys to go 0-17. Those are some good prices if we're thinking about future ideas for the giveaway.
Oh man, those are going to be so fun. And we're going to be watching Eagles Cowboys at the Circa. But all right, so getting into the division previews. Now, if you're new to the show, and it seems like judging from a lot of podcast giving up on talking about sports gambling, we and our numbers.
Do we need a 21 gun salute?
Yeah, we're gonna pour one out. Funeral for all the lost podcasts out there. But if you made the mistake of accidentally listening to another podcast for a long time, they gave up on picking. They probably didn't pick every NFL game against.
They started after us.
We started in 2011. We're still fucking here. We were the first to market. We're gonna be the last to market. There's going to be nukes going off, and Kramer and I are still going to be talking about some. What's their record against the spread here? What do we feel?
Well, I will say the shows that are shutting it down.
Yeah,
it's they're showing their level of love for the game.
Yeah, we did this for $0 in a garage, and now we're doing it for more dollars. But the love of the game is still there. If you're coming from another show, always enjoy hearing who sent you and how you got here. But if you're new to the show, so the way we've done things the past couple of years, we do the 32 NFL team previews. We walk through the schedule. We give out a win-loss, and then the division previews are where we reconcile everything officially, because we don't count track of our wins that we give out, but we want it all to be even. Obviously, there's 272 games. Kramer, I came in giving out 280 wins. Now last year I was at 278. I was a little closer, only 6 wins over Ryan. You were in your own head about how many wins you gave out. You were at 281. Now that does include the Cowboys that you have at 0-17.
No, why are you calling it out like that?
What do you mean? I'm just pointing out the amount of wins, where we're at. How are you now? You have a much more even over under. You're 16-16. I'm 21-11. 21 teams to the over, 11 to the under. I have a feeling, because I got to claw back 8 wins, and I feel like I want to get to 18 teams on the over and 14 on the under, just to even things out a little bit. Now I don't think it has to be 16-16. I don't know off the top of my head what our teams did last year based off our numbers. And of course, there's always with the juice and with things moving around, it's never like a consistent number. But I'd like to get back to 18 and 14 while I claw back 8 wins.
Yeah, I mean, I was dead on. I think I nailed the
16 and 16 overs, 16 unders.
No, I nailed my overage in the wins.
Oh,
okay. I had been concerned with it the entire team preview session.
Yeah, you didn't nine wins of what? I mean, going through the division,
it wasn't as bad as I thought, I guess, but
no, but I mean, we're doing obviously 8 divisions, so you're essentially 9 over. So basically, you got to bring back 1 win per division, which I don't think is crazy at all.
No, but I even think there's potentially some where I'm doing 2.
Well, and yeah, we'll get to it because there's definitely a team I'm going to reduce a win here and even switch my over under for them because I had them right on the bubble. The injury, the left tackle for the Chargers being out, I think to me is warrant docking them a win. We'll get to that, but why don't we, Kramer, before we get things going here, we got, we'll kind of like walk through the teams where we're at, give out our favorite plays. Of course, all our favorite plays you can down on over at mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN, NFL futures. It's just awesome over there. The prop builder is really great preseason. On a nice little bit of a run here, knock on wood. Hopefully get the Commanders money line tomorrow. It was 185 when we discussed it on the preseason picks. Sounds like Joey Burrow not playing, so that is bringing that number down. Still like the Commanders on the money line. I don't trust this Bengals defense. You want to talk about teams where you were maybe clawing back some wins, and now maybe it's negotiating, but the Bengals are taking trade offers now for Hendrickson. So we'll see if that ends. If
you think it's real,
I mean, yeah, it's the Bengals.
It feels like
they don't have to pay a guy, so yeah.
Yeah, but I think all 3 guys the week of. That's my prediction.
Okay, yeah, and I would not be shocked. The only reason I'm considering they'll actually trade him is because it is the Bengals. Micah Parsons will get done. I'm predicting he'll get done the day of that first Thursday.
Well,
game.
that's obvious.
And he won't be ready. So as an Eagles fan, I'm looking forward to it. But get in mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. College football is back on Rhythm. Look at that. Look at that. Arch Manning on the graphic there. YouTube.com/sportsgambling podcast. If you're not watching live and missing out on the sweet Archie graphic, Rhythm is great. I mean, again, you can build your own model, or you can just trust them to crush it. They killed it last year, including FCS totals week 0 and week 1. Rhythm's house model at 16-4 ATS on these FCS totals. That is insane. So Rhythm is a great tool. Highly recommend it. And look at this. If you think like, oh, they're not going to cover tiny games, they're covering it all here. It is super fun app. Bunch of great picks. Get over there at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Try your 7-day free trial so you can start messing around, building your own model. And let's see. Rhythm, it does like the week 0 game, Iowa State +3. Hopefully you can find that 3.5. I can see this. That is a neutral game over there in Ireland. Kicks off 9:00 on the West Coast, but we're days away from that game. Get over sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm and get your 7-day free trial today. Kramer, Raiders, you had them going 8-9 in the team preview. You had them going over their win total. Where are you at with the Raiders currently?
Well, I think I came into the season thinking I was going to be much higher on the Raiders.
Yeah.
I ended up still being high on the Raiders, I think. And I don't know. I don't know if regret's the right word. But I realized I went over on too many teams. I went like this division particularly. The amount of wins I have in this division is astronomical.
I mean, you have 17. You have 42 wins in a division.
That seems high,
and I do as well. So I'm definitely going to be knocking down some wins here.
Now, do you think? I mean, it's certainly possible for one of these super divisions in the AFC to have a good output. And I did want to. So the question is, do I want to affect the number? Do I really want to get after him? Because 6.5. I'd have to move the number. I wouldn't get to an under no matter what I do here.
Well, you're at 8 and 9. Obviously, you could go to 6 and 11. That would put you on the
but
under.
I don't feel like this is going to be a team that's going to completely no show. So I am going to dock them a win.
Okay. Now looking back, they only the look ahead line only has this team favored 4 times.
Yeah, I do have their schedule.
They are a short dog a bunch. I do like the what do you where are you at with the Gene T? Have you done an eye test on Gene T?
No.
And so no, you haven't watched any Gene T stuff.
No, I mean the eye test. I'm not applying the eye test because I don't usually I would say running backs are set up to succeed in the preseason. And I would say he's not his highlights aren't exactly all over the place. That being said, and Pete Carroll being a preseason guy, not this year, doesn't seem to be this year. So this is all about just buying the Geno stuff. But I think the area where I'm going to take a step back, I still like him coming out of the gate. I still like him in that fade spot coming out of the gate. But I could see them dropping. Maybe I was a little too optimistic in the second half of the season. So why don't you take a win from them in the last in that last quadrant there?
So you got them going. You're not going to win off. I'm actually going to do the same. So I had them 2 and 2 in that last 4. I'm going to knock them down to 1 and 3.
1 and 4.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 1 and 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had them 2 and 3. I'm going to make them 1 and 4. That moves me down to 6 and 11. Would put me on the under 6.5 wins. I do like playing the Ashton Gene T upside. So I think a fun bet for this is Ashton Gene T. Get what is this?
And I'm officially going to take it in the third quadrant. Actually, they accidentally lose to the Browns. Will be the
okay.
Yeah.
So Ashton Gene T to get 12 touchdowns at 6-1.
Yeah, we really like that price.
Yeah,
I like that one as well. But I will. I was going through the satchel, which is sitting right next to me right here, big time. And I don't know what just happened. And Max Crosby, defensive player of the year, is one of the bigger tickets I have this year, and I think I'm gonna play it. He still has the star power. I think the narrative stuff is all there. There's not much on his team. I was thinking about this more. Like the one thing that TJ Watt used to have is that there wasn't much else on the team. I feel like that's changed a little bit from a star power with DK and Aaron Rodgers on the offense. Now Myles Garrett again is still the elephant in the room in terms of his path to the award. But yeah, I mean, it seems like Max Crosby's been close, and now you get Pete Carroll. You could see them vibing with their shirts off in the locker room.
I know I do like Pete Carroll. I just 7 and 10 sounded pretty good, but I need to get some wins back in 6 and 11. Because that last 5 game stretch, I had them 2 and 3. I think it's 1 and 4 because I think Kansas City might need that last game.
We're getting there. We're having a rough time.
What's going on with the slides, Ryan?
I was surprised to find a lot of stuff not where I expected it to be. So apologies. We're working through it anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I put Max Crosby down as the best bet, as my favorite Raiders bet. It's still bettable. I think the
defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
And what's the price?
15-1 was the price when I bet it. You can still find, I mean, honestly, you can find better than 15-1 still. So,
okay.
But he's certainly in that upper echelon. And again, I have 3 defensive player of the year tickets. He's one of them.
What are the other 2?
Well, I'm not going to include the Abdul Carter one since you laughed at me, but Trey Hendrickson and Jared Verse from very, very early.
Okay.
In the offseason.
Yeah, no, Jared Verse I feel like he's catching a bunch of steam, and Trey Hendrickson, what's his price doing now that they announced they might trade him? That could hurt or help him because some of the teams they listed, if he ends up on a bad team, that's certainly going to hurt him. But if like a playoff contender snaps him up, then certainly could help.
So when I bet it, it was 44-1 at the Circa. He's now going off between 20 and 30-1 from what I can see.
Yeah. All right, Denver Broncos. So I'm officially on the under 6.5 wins because I knocked him down to 6 and 11. Kramer's still on the over 6.5 wins. He's got him now 7 and 10. And Max Crosby Defensive Player of the Year. Ashton Jeanty to get 12 touchdowns at 6-1,
which I'm also that is in the pocket.
Okay.
I love that one.
Next up, we got the Denver Broncos. I had them going 13-4, smashing the over.
Probably going to take a win or two away, right?
No, not at all. Love where I'm at with this Denver Broncos team. Was ahead of market last year on the Broncos. I still think they have a bunch of juice. Love their matchups. Love what I've seen out of them so far in the in the preseason. Not that you take a ton away from it, but yeah, I'm super optimistic about this Denver Broncos team. So I mean I like it all. I'll keep it simple with the over 9.5 wins, but my favorite play, AFC champ 16-1. Yeah, we'll go with that. AFC 16-1 for the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to change the wins.
Oh my God.
You had them.
It's a very conservative under, because I do feel like it would be a relatively hot take to see this team to completely crater. It does seem like Peyton has figured out the culture. It does seem like Bo Nix is a respectable quarterback. Certainly hyped. I saw one of the film QB guru guys called Jackson Dart. Bo Nix meets Jalen Hurts, which gave me a little bit of a chuckle there. But I kind of think the team itself is going to lead to Bo Nix taking a statistical step back. We remember how he put up 4 touchdowns in the finale against the backups for the Chiefs. I look at this team as Sean Payton wants to run the ball. Sean Payton wants to establish the line of scrimmage, and this is going to be a good defensive team.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be playing in too many shootouts. So I'm going to take Bo Nix under 25.5 passing touchdowns as my play here. I think this team is going to be a very solid team. I just don't think we're going to see a ton of Bo Nix 3 touchdown, 300-yard games, because they're, unless they're getting their ass kicked. Maybe that's the path to how I lose this, honestly, if they're not.
Yeah,
good.
I think you're right. I mean, I still think if you can find Bo Nix MVP at 50-1, I think it's worth it, just because we go back and we compare. Hey, Art, do you think? And maybe that's what I'll put in Bo Nix MVP
instead of the AFC.
Yeah, because I'm a Bo leaver.
You are a Bo leaver.
I like both, obviously, and because I think the Broncos have a real chance to be the #1 seed. And if you think they have the #1 seed, a chance to be the #1 seed in the conference, you have to like the quarterback at an MVP price, especially comparing it to their #1 seed price. Now, I know the Broncos will have an awesome defense, but if you're 13-4, like I think the Broncos might be, and you make a nice jump up, that's going to put you on the radar for MVP voting.
I certainly could see a path. I mean, I definitely could see a path to where he's in consideration. Yeah, I guess so.
No, I'll leave AFC.
Last year he had 5 games where he threw for 3 or 4 touchdowns. Yeah. I just don't. I granted he had some zeros last year as well,
but also he started out so slow statistically. 5
zeros, 5 games of 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think his stat line is going to be a lot of like 240 yards and a touchdown, and the running game is good. I think that the Ingram signing really could work for them, and even some of the ancillary Xavier, Troy Franklin. I wanted to call him Xavier Worthy, but Troy Franklin is fun in that offense. I think he might have a nice jump up. So I think the offense is going to move, and they could put up a ton of points if their defense is putting them in advantageous spots. If their defense is getting them turnovers, like I think they could, if that defensive pass rush, a bunch of young studs there on that D line are getting home, or you're getting turnovers in the passing game. I think that's going to create some real easy scoring opportunities for the offense, and why I think they're going to be a good team. Yeah, I think they were another team that I considered playing the under for points this year. Yeah, I think the Broncos and the Vikings are 2 teams that the offense could be decent, but it's based on the running game.
All right, next up we got the Los Angeles Chargers, aka San Diego Superchargers. Charge. Now I hate going against Harbaugh, and I don't really like switching my plays that much after the fact, but getting them to go under 9.5 wins, especially losing their left tackle. Now, I know moving Joe Alt to the left tackle is
that's about that's not many teams have that kind of option.
That's true. But again, then you're making your right tackle way worse. And Justin Herbert throwing hospital balls, getting Quentin Johnson killed out there. Trey Lance still the best quarterback I've seen in the preseason for the Chargers. Somewhat trolling around here, but I had them going 10-7. I think 9-8, and maybe they sneak into the playoffs. I will knock them. Let's see that
I go back. I realized that I went 4-0 in the second quadrant. I went back just to kind of glance at it to see where I could pull that win back, and it's like, Jesus.
Yeah, I had them 3-1.
They have a hell of a schedule.
I'm gonna go 2-2 in the third quadrant there. The week 9 at Tennessee, Pittsburgh at home. I think that's gonna be a really tough one. At Jacksonville, they have 2 games on the East Coast in the South there that I kind of looked past, or maybe didn't stress enough when we did the original preview there. I do like the Marion Hampton upside. Like, I still think it's not totally priced in. So Marion Hampton, most rushing touchdowns in the league at 65-1. They're still going to try and run the ball a ton. I'm a little worried about their defense and the offensive line. At losing Slater is a huge loss. I still like Marion Hampton, the upside, because we still, however many days later, we still haven't, we still have the the Dolphin there, Najee Harris, using echolocation. We still have gotten no real results or any idea what's going to go on there. Marion Hampton still should have a massive workload, so playing the upside on him makes a ton of sense. So I am now going 9-8 for the Chargers, which puts me on the under. Kramer, you have them 12-5. You're not adjusting any wins.
I think I need to adjust. This is the problem: is I want to believe in Harbaugh.
I do like Harbaugh.
I had the reminder from last year. Harbaugh year 2, push all the chips into the middle of the table. I think I was relatively high on them. So you know what? I'll drop them down as well. I'll join you and take a win away there in the. Actually, you know what? I'll take the win away in the last quadrant. We'll go. What's that? 2-3 in the last. Yeah. So overall, I'll drop down to 11-6. And I'm with you, but I don't want to play the ceiling case on Hampton.
Okay.
In the league, when I can just play the division.
All right. So do you want me to take off your Marion Hampton most rushing touchdowns at 65-1 on the sheet?
What do you mean? No, for the best bet. I have it. I'm just saying we're selecting one, and I would say if I had to pick one of these, and I guess I'll bring up both the current prices, but the division touchdown price when we did so it hasn't moved. It actually has gotten better. So you can get a plus 330 on the division touchdown price and a 350 on the yards. Which do you like touchdowns overall? I agree with you there. Yeah. Going in terms of a head to head with GT, I'll probably say the same thing. So give me the plus. I have the plus 320. Like you said, you can get the 330 now. Let's go in the opposite direction. I still like the idea of a matchup where you can fade GT. 2 rookies.
Yeah.
2 relative. I would say the Hampton situation is better even with the injury, and so to get him as the dog there, it just feels like I'm taking. It's not much variance. It's not like your league bet, although. Well, it's a ladder. We'll call it a mini ladder with a huge step.
And obviously I don't mind the division stuff, but for me, it's you're going head to head with GT, and it's like if Marion Hampton's going to hit, I think he's going to hit in a really big way. And I think put it this way, like to me, if he beats GT, how is he not in the mix for top 5, something like that, most rushing touchdowns? That's how I got to it. Right. Like I think Marion Hampton should be way closer to the top of most rushing touchdowns.
So, agree with you. But in the case where you're just fading one guy, like GT hits, lower than his medium outcome, and you have a pretty. I'm just saying, like this feels like it should be closer to a coin flip. And considering GT's plus 150 and Hampton is plus 330 in the market,
Raheem Mostert is on that Raiders team. Ryan,
should we do? Well, Yeah, you're right. That's stealing touchdowns. That's your point. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think
I'm here now. I caught up.
I think he can steal touchdowns. I don't like him to steal enough to consider him in the division.
Which offense is scoring more touchdowns? Put it that way.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I don't have either one scored. I guess the Chargers, but like I said,
definitely the Chargers. Sean.
I feel
definitely
good.
The Chargers.
I feel good being a game behind Decker because Decker was 10-7. Now that I'm 9-8 with the Slater news, that feels right. I don't want to be ahead of Decker.
I will say that since we recorded the episode, only bad things have happened.
Keenan Allen, I guess, happened the day
that happened before
you're right. That happened the day of. So, all right. So Kramer, you're now you're 11-6, but you're still on the over there. You knocked it down from 12-5.
So Chargers 403.5 on the point total this year. Raiders 359.5. So from that perspective, Sean, you're talking about a 40 point plus delta between their point total over unders for the season. So I mean, even more reason as to wonder why Hampton is such a big dog.
And I gave out the Lad McConkey Offensive Player of the Year 100-1.
And can we play some quick breaking news?
Sure.
As you know, the betting menus are ridiculous this time of year, and where they hide the point total over unders, I just found they have individual teams scoring leader markets. So Hampton to be the leading scorer on the Chargers, for example, -135.
So wait, but are you competing against the kickers?
Great question. No, listed players only, and it's only positional players.
Okay. Cause that would,
yeah,
I don't want to
the kicker.
But, well, I mean,
all right. So I'll give you some prices of the teams we talked about so far. Raiders, GT -330, Bowers +550. That's interesting. Mostert 30-1. But you can even take
he's tough to kill.
Yeah. So Chargers, for example, Lad McConkey's +275. Najee's 10-1. That seems crazy. Keenan Allen 10-1. He scored some touchdowns.
Yeah,
these are fun markets.
Well, and I was kind of getting to. I gave out Lad Offensive Player of the Year, but now with Keenan Allen coming back, he has so much chemistry with Herbert. It makes me
Lad will be great, but
it makes me like the upside way less because part of my reasoning for liking the upside was who else are they going to throw to? Yeah. But now they have Keenan Allen. They answered that question, and what has certainly helped is the rookie KLS, who is looking, even though he's drafted later than Trey Harris, he's looked better than him.
Does seem so.
But he got banged up, so who knows? The Chargers are perpetually injured.
They made a deal at some point. It's weird though. They play on the same field as the Rams. You would think there's a burial ground down there or something. They do not have markets on the other teams, the Chiefs or the Broncos. So,
all right, Kramer, last team in the division, the Kansas City Chiefs. You have them 13-4. I got them 12-5, both going over their 11.5 win total. It's like I want to fade them more, but goddamn, they're still. It's even with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, it's still. You can only make the floor that low without sounding completely crazy.
Do you buy the chip on their shoulder shit? Because that is kind of. I mean,
sure, but they had
Mahomes has perpetually got a chip on his shoulder. It seems, but
I remember hearing the same thing last year. Was that they realized they got carried by the defense. That offense had a chip on their shoulder. Meanwhile, that was Patrick Mahomes' worst statistical year as a starter.
15-2 also.
But also you also go back to the fact that Patrick Mahomes, every year he's been the starter, they've made it to the AFC Championship game. Now, I hope they lose to the Broncos in said AFC Championship game. I am super high about Xavier Worthy, and I think it's just going to be a good spot for him. And then there's some clarification on the Rashee Rice stuff.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this. This is insane.
Well, I think when we talked, Ryan, we had in our minds basically saying Rashee Rice 6-game suspension. That was probably the handicap.
Well, at that time it was being reported, and we've seen this reporting before, but basically because there's never been a longer suspension than 6 games in the framework of the collective bargaining agreement, you can't really. It sounds like we've never really gotten there before, even when fucked up shit has happened, when it falls in that category. And so it was being reported that it was going to be a 6-game, basically a 4 to 6 game suspension actually. And since it's come out that Basically, the
They
NFL
tried to get 10.
Well, the NFL recommended 10 or was going to do 10. The PA pushed back saying you can't do that. There's no precedent for this. And, obviously, serious crime. So not that surprising, but it sounds like it's also getting deferred so that the likelihood that he serves a suspension in the first 4 games is very low.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be out potentially for 10 games after that.
That's going to be
so
really,
from a fantasy perspective, imagine what happens there.
Well,
because you got a bye week in there. So he's basically going to be out week 5 all the way through week 15. If I'm doing the math right.
Probably. Again, maybe they make it 8, but
and he
especially
also,
for fantasy and best ball, you need the guys late more in the playoffs. Right? Like think about underdog best ball, Ryan. It's week 15, 16, 17. That's how you win the tournament. And he might miss 1, maybe 2. Who knows?
Great way. I guess now that he's going to be undraftable, grab him really, really late, and maybe he makes you unique in week 16 or 17. But I mean, it begs the question of who's going to be the guy.
Well, I got an answer, and it's Xavier Worthy. So I will stick with the over 11.5 wins. I'm not going to knock him off 12-5. I think. I don't know. It's the Chiefs. Even if they always figure out ways to win. But I do the Xavier Worthy, and I just bet it at the Circa. So I had a nice paper ticket, 125-1 right now at the Circuit. Put $40 on it, win 5K. I think he could have a massive upside. I just as an Eagles fan, I remember the Super Bowl. Like, granted, it was garbage time and the game was over, but I think those plays are going to be there for him, and he could be the next Tyreek Hill. I don't think is an insane projection. I really liked what I saw at the end of him last year. Rashee Rice now coming off, and Rashee Rice is dealing with the groin thing in preseason, as if he doesn't have enough going on. I just think it's going to create massive opportunities for Xavier Worthy.
I think we include maybe a touch more regression for this team. Give me a 2-2 in the third quadrant. Drop him down to 12-5 with you.
So you got him 2-2 in the third quadrant there.
The Denver game, I should have always had them losing, I think. So all right. So I certainly like the opportunity that Worthy has. You play in the top of the ladder.
Yeah. Xavier Worthy, offensive player of the year, 125-1. I mean, I like some of the others, if you want a simple one, just play his over receiving yards.
Do you really think he has that path to offensive player? Is it just the fact that he's like Mahomes' guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
have a hard time seeing that.
Well, it's 125-1.
Yeah, I know. That's why I have a hard time seeing it. I like I think the way that if I was going to play a Worthy prop, I would play the yards. I think they're
going out of their way to say he's going to, that they're going to be throwing the ball deeper more. Look at Tyreek Hill year 2, 75 catches, 1183 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns. Maybe he's a little ahead of schedule. Tyreek Hill year 3, 87 catches, 1479, 12 touchdowns.
I kind of have a heart that again, it just feels like it's I like him. I like him to have a big year. Maybe I would look to play like 1,000. You know what?
Yeah, maybe you can play.
No, I'll play. I was considering.
I mean, he was picked in the first round by the Chiefs.
It's true. I was considering a protector of the year play here.
Oh, okay.
Because the Josh says,
well, yeah, the rookie left tackle is getting a ton of buzz, but is that who you would do?
Well, the market.
I just don't. I like, and we discussed it on the team preview, and I'm not going to give it as one of my favorite plays, but I do think it is fun. The Josh Simmons offensive rookie of the year at 300-1. I think if there is any chance a offensive rookie has an offensive lineman has a chance to win offensive rookie of the year, it would be this year for this Chiefs team.
Yes. And the fact that Creed Humphrey is the overwhelming favorite in the protector of the year market, I'm going to lean into the theory that it's going to be a tackle. It's going to be a left tackle on a good offense. Yeah. And if he's the dude that was the biggest problem one of the bigger problems for the Chiefs last year was the offensive line. If he comes in and stabilizes that, you can see the path.
So,
I'm not going to play that.
Okay. Cause I was going to say And again, he's 100-1 protector of the year. I have him 301 offensive rookie of the year. So
well, that's just
they're both crazy long shots.
At least an offensive lineman is going to win the award.
Okay, that's a good counter. I would just say part of the people that are voting for offensive protector of the year are former offensive linemen. There's no way grizzled old fucks that are offensive linemen, that are retired offensive linemen, that maybe aren't watching actual O-line film, that are just going to show up. Oh shit, who's my favorite offensive lineman? They've been waiting their entire career for an award for their position group. There is no way they're going to give it to a rookie, in my mind.
Yeah, I just think the narrative, the media narrative for those same maybe TMZ offensive line, whoever.
But you think they're going to celebrate a rookie?
I think the fact that he's Patrick Mahomes' protector is what.
Well, that's why I think he has offensive rookie of the year.
That just doesn't happen. Again, one award is definitely going to be won by an offensive lineman, and one has never been won by an offensive lineman. But my play will be here's the funnest way to me to play the Xavier Worthy ceiling.
Okay.
Division receiving yards. Currently that market has Ladd plus 220, Bowers plus 275. Worthy is still plus 320. Sean, it hasn't changed since we talked. All this news has come out. His price has not changed. Yeah. Rashee Rice is still 4-1. We know he's missing time. This feels like an intern situation. Sleep at the wheel on the division leader markets. Xavier Worthy plus 320 to lead the division in receiving. To me, this is a smash. Why is he? Smash! I understand why he's behind Bowers, but with Ladd McConkey now having Keenan Allen in the mix, that
yeah. No, again,
feels very
all the Ladd stuff I had. Keenan Allen and to some degree KLS. Looking like he might be more of a part of the offense. I didn't. What do you?
I love the you throwing out the acronym like you're close buddies.
No, that's what they.
I know. It's just
guy's a nickname. If you know ball like I do, everyone's
you're deep in the Chargers.
The Chargers broadcasts. I'm watching a ton of these preseason games.
Yeah.
They're referring to him as KLS.
I know.
So
they're scared to say his name.
No, Money Smith or whatever his name is. He's
Matt
not
Money Smith.
Yeah, he's not scared.
Might be a little.
Daniel Jeremiah. That guy knows all the players.
Jones-Drew is definitely scared to say the
maybe MJD.
It's hilarious to me that he's still on the broadcast. For those who have never heard a local radio, and if you see him on NFL Network, he's just kind of like a Flava Flav character. Says, "Yeah, boy."
All right. Before we get to our locks for the division, of course, a shout out to Circa Million, Circa Survivor.
Oh,
we're going to be there Thursday, ultimate contest weekend. Sign up for Circa Million, Circa Survivor, Circa Survivor. It's going to hit 20 million guaranteed. Circa Million, 6 million guaranteed. And Circa Millions does 5 picks against the spread every week. Circa Grandissimo, $100,000 entry. Currently still sitting at 16 entries there, but anytime you come out to Las Vegas, stay at a Circa property, Circa the D Golden Gate. You can get 15% off. Promo code SGP15. Contests are open to everyone. See Making Bacon in the chat. It's my dream to get him out there, get him signed up for the contest, because sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere. Go to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP. $50 off your proxy fees. Circa Grandissimo, Survivor Million, all great contests, great property. Love Circa. Cannot wait to be back there later this week. And we're also brought to you by Underdog. Of course, Best Ball Mania happening all summer long. They got this awesome new offer. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you use the promo code SGPN over at underdogfantasy.com. If you're a true DGen, you can be firing on some of these the preseason pick'em, the higher lower. That's super fun. They got season long higher lower, Best Ball Mania, and we'll get to it. One of the guys I was drafted a bunch of Best Ball Mania that had a nice connection in the preseason so far, whatever it's worth. Ricky Pearsall. I kept telling Katie Mox the 49ers preview. I'm like, it's Ricky Pearsall season. Now, maybe Juwan Jennings, it wasn't his calf, it's his contract, but
well, Ricky, those are related.
What do you mean?
Your calf. Oh, when you're worried about carrying that bag, not getting the full range of motion in.
Now, again, it was preseason, but they clearly were looking to showcase him in the offense. So I am optimistic about Ricky Pearsall. But get in on the brand new offer. New customers play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Kramer, what are we thinking for our AFC West? What are your favorite locks for the AFC West? We do 2 locks, 1 lock. What do we do?
I think do we just fire off one?
Sure, that's fine. What is your favorite play for the AFC?
I'm at that point where I have so many futures floating around in the satchel and
I don't
digital
need more.
wallets.
I don't need more futures. I have a bunch.
No, that's what I mean. And so like I feel like getting things narrowed down. When I was going through my inventory, it was interesting to see how in real time that fateful night when I was laying with CJ under the stars at the Circus Sportsbook.
You guys really fell in love.
You
you guys keep talking about this magical night you shared together.
We'll see how it works out for us, but we came to a lot of conclusions.
You have to know when to come.
Well, no, that wasn't the.
You said okay, so you were coming with CJ.
No, we didn't. We were coming to conclusions. We were coming to conclusions.
All right. Well, whatever you come to is your own business.
In the sports book, we were also having conversations with random sports fans, and the number one thing we came to was like
random sports fans.
Well, you know how it is late night in the sports book. We came to the conclusion that it is once again the clock. The reminder goes off in your phone, and it says, "Oh wait, what is the price for the Chiefs to win the division?" Oh, it's even money,
-110. But yeah,
-110. And I'm getting the updated price. Yeah, you can still find a -110. Man, they're -120 in some places now. That's the lock. That's the lock. And if you want, like if this is a parlay opportunity, yeah, get this in a parlay. 2 teamers only. That's the division parlay plan. I'm personally running back the Chiefs with the Lions. I'm not overthinking it, but Chiefs to win the division. That's the lock. That's the lock of this division.
So yeah, I like Denver to win the division, but I will go with the similar -110 lock. Get you guys on the right side here. Denver to make the playoffs, -114, -110, -120, anywhere in that range.
What's the most you'll pay on that one? You 150?
Yeah,
much.
Sure.
-150, you'll play it.
Yeah, if I had to, but I don't have to. I don't have to.
Are they the highest hype? Are they the most hyped team in the AFC?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, who would you say is the most? I mean, the Bills, Patriots,
Bills, fair. Patriots, fair.
Getting a ton. The Ravens always get a ton.
How are they such a short price in the division?
The Bengals, all they get.
No,
it's funny.
No, Bengals are getting negative press now.
Yeah, because of the Hendrickson thing.
Yeah.
But wait till they sign Hendrickson. They will be a Super Bowl favorite.
Chiefs were -240 last year.
Colts getting a lot of hype. No, I agree. The Chiefs price being that low. I get
like the
it.
Bills.
But I mean, I'm shoved on the Broncos.
So we've been saying for a while the Bills price needs to be like -500, and it's moving. It's moving that way. But the Bills price and the Chiefs price should be a little closer. I think the Broncos, the relative hype in the other teams in the division here in the West has given us a discount.
Chargers always get hype. People are still in love with Justin Herbert. Those flowing locks,
the injury,
the hospital ball to Quentin Johnson. Someone said something really mean to me when I called him Justin Hospital Ball Herbert.
Oh wow!
And I'll repeat almost anything. The guy said some words you shouldn't say, but
yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta. You said some things you shouldn't said, or he did.
Well,
both sides.
No, I think Justin Hospital Ball Herbert is fair game when you let you basically try and end Quentin Johnson's career.
Is that offensive? Is that was the problem? He was offended by that term.
Yeah.
Oh
well,
it's a good football.
No,
term.
I don't know if he was offended. He insulted me. So
okay.
And it was a one word that he used that it's not fit for broadcast.
Yeah,
but
clean program here.
Yeah. So I'm still out there trolling the Justin Herbert stands. So Kramer, running back the division, you and I both have the Chiefs 12-5. I have the Chargers 9-8. You got them 11-6. I got the Broncos 13-4. You have them 9-8. And I have the Raiders 6-11. You have them 8-9.
Yes.
So I feel good. I shaved 2 whole wins off.
Wait, let me make sure the Raiders. Do I have the Raiders at 7-10?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, your spreadsheet didn't update, right?
Okay, I'll fix that.
Raiders 7-10, and yeah, good reminder if you want to get
updated for me. Must be your screen.
Okay, if you want to get the preview, or sorry, the sheets that we use, it's super fun. You can follow along and get in on all the action.
Here, I'll share
on the Patreon.
We'll go a little share screen.
It is pretty sweet to be able to keep track of all these. So yeah, now I have the look at this thing.
Yeah.
Get in on the Patreon, and then we have the weekly pick'ems that we do. $100. We'll also be the free roll football contest is back.
Show a little functionality right here. Look at this. Oh boy.
Wow, look at that, Ryan.
Wow.
Bang. Very fun if you're
still plenty of time to make use of a lot of this data too. So.
Yeah, if you're just getting back into football shape, running your 2-a-days. We've been out here grinding. We got more 2-a-days coming because we have all the rest of our division previews. We have a college football final picks preview. We have week 0 college football later this week. It is it's just a great time to be alive and talk some college football.
Well, live bullets always fun.
And shout out to Brad Martin. Love hearing from Brad. He just talked to his stockbroker lady, and I should have told her I need to invest a good portion of my portfolio on Bills to win the division.
Do you need
well, why has the government not allowed us? If we can put crypto in if we can use some of our 401k for crypto, why can we not use it for NFL futures, Ryan?
Because NFL futures are totally different than real estate speculation, John. Yep.
Okay. I think
I disagree.
They're called locks for a reason.
They both can go to 0. This gambling being I feel like gambling is being pushed back into being more taboo again right now. We need another state to legalize so people can get happy.
Legalize it, baby. And yeah, hit us up on Spotify. Been getting a ton of questions over there. And of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. Get your phrase that pays phrases in so you can get on the wheel for that $1,000, maybe more. If we can get to 250, we will bump it up.
How many entries do you think we got during the show?
2.
That's incorrect. We've gotten 3.
All right. Already ahead of schedule. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. Send those in, and looking forward. We got more division previews. Like I said, week 0, bonus college football podcast. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Greenies, Ryan.
NFL.
Kramer. Let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.
Wah, 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 wah.